What up? I'm broadcasting. I'm about to broadcast now, so we'll let a couple people get in, but press the OK button. So we'll see. But yes, sir. I got some things to talk about. We got some things to talk about today.
Word.
I can't see a damn thing on my screen right now, but it's all good. I'm pretty sure everybody else can see. So let me check and see if we're online. We are online.
Yeah, because it damn sent me a notification on YouTube.
For some reason, I cannot see my. Oh, I can see myself definitely, but I can't see myself on my own screen. So, but I'll keep talking anyway. All right, what's going on, everybody? How you doing out there? I'm gonna get into the live chat. We got a jam-packed show today. Got my boy Elton online. What up? Say what's up to the people, Elton.
What up, everybody out there?
For some reason, I might start it over. I think I'm gonna start it over. I can't even see you on the screen. All right, here we go. Wait, it's kind of frozen. Having Mark Holmes technical difficulty right now. All right, cool. All right, we good now. All right, cool. All right, so we are live. Bet. All right, so as the show title says, we're gonna talk about Sean Lee and switching to strong side linebacker. We're gonna talk about the Patrick Peterson news that happened this week, and then we got some other things we could talk about. I sent you a link, so we'll make it a surprise topic. But first and foremost, Sean Lee switching to strong side. How do you like that?
I mean, to me, I don't mind it because we are rarely in three linebackers on the field and maybe first or second down, but we are usually in nickel. So, I mean, he actually deserves the start at least one spot with how much he's brought. I don't mind it at all. And if all fails, if something happened to Jalen or Wells Van Der Esch, he can just slide into those spots. So that is then why I was always a proponent of keeping him. To me, it makes no sense to get rid of depth, quality depth at that.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, by him switching to strong side, I mean, at this point in his career, I mean, the big thing about him is that he's been lighting the ass for most of his career. So strong side theoretically sounds like, like normally in a 4-3, that's normally your bigger backer who doesn't have to move as much. Somebody who kind of takes on blocks and stuff like that, which we know at this point is not Sean Lee's strength. But I think that what you got out of Sean Lee, you're going to get much better. I still think it's an upgrade over the guys that we have had at the strong side position.
Yeah.
Guys over the years, like I don't know why Albright pops up into my head, but Albright, I still think that Sean Lee, even though he's smaller, better than Damian Wilson. I think that he's better than who was the other guy? Well, he wasn't strong side. I was gonna say he's better than Hitchens, but Hitchens kind of played the middle. So, but I think that he's still better than anybody we could have had or drafted to play strong side, even being a little bit smaller. So I think that I like it. Also, some versatility. Let's say that we're in a situation where, like maybe we don't want to take him off the field. Maybe we want to play one safety. Maybe Sean Lee is that other. Like think about the Rams game, right? Where they played him in the box, where they played Jeff Heath in the box, like on the backside. Don't you think that for the most part, he was a linebacker. Why couldn't Sean Lee do what Jeff Heath was doing in that game?
It makes sense.
Like we could be stuck in certain situations where people are trying to dictate to us. But I feel like Sean Lee could hold his own in that situation. And I think that had we possibly had that versatility in that game, I think that the times that they tried to chop Heath down with the backside tackle, I think Sean Lee would have been a little bit more formidable in those situations.
True. Cause if you look at what they was doing, they was running traps all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And they was just letting the damn D line wash down and damn killing the linebackers and damn safeties and was getting 10 yards a pop.
absolutely. So, I mean, normally in the 4-3 situation, like you have teams that, like, I think that the 4-3, the way that it was originally, um, designed, I think that it was more so with your strong side linebacker to stop the run, but nobody really runs the ball anymore. But I think in passing situations, I think we could keep a little bit three linebackers out there in certain situations where maybe we run into 12 personnel. We don't necessarily have to go nickel in that if Sean Lee's playing strong side, because I feel a little bit comfortable with Sean Lee running down the field with tight ends and stuff like that. I almost feel as comfortable with Sean Lee being in that role as I do a nickel defender. It sounds kind of funny, but I think Sean has range. I think he can go up the head.
Yeah, Sean is great in coverage.
So I kind of like the move. I mean, honestly, like when I think about it, like, yeah, he doesn't have the stature, but he has the smarts, he has the IQ, and I think that it makes sense if you want to get him on the field.
Yeah, I'm like this. He's gonna play probably 30% of the plays, so it isn't like we ever put big miles on our strong side linebacker anyway.
Exactly. So if we don't put Miles, maybe he comes up clutch in certain situations. Um, because you could see there are times that people, when Damian Wilson was on the field, they went after Damian Wilson in the passing game, in passing downs and stuff like that. I don't think you can go at Sean Lee the same way. And let's say Sean Lee gets hurt. We're in the same situation where we were anyway.
Exactly. And
So,
yeah,
but
and I look at it like I think this is probably going to be a close to 2016 version of Sean Lee because he's a free agent. He doesn't want to go anywhere else. So I'm quite sure he wants to sign a 3-year deal worth $3.5 million a year.
absolutely. And so I see a couple comments. What's going on, Damo? What's going on, Keith Parrish? Meticulous Cowboy asks, can 50 take on the blocks at Sam? Huge impact hits. And that's kind of what we were talking about. In my opinion, in today's NFL, who's really running the football like that anymore but us? What huge impact hits is he really? I know that Colts game, yeah, you run into teams like that, but ultimately, we're not really running into too many teams that are trying to smash you in the mouth anymore.
Probably the only team on the schedule that will do that is the Redskins.
I agree wholeheartedly. Maybe the Eagles with
No,
Jordan Howard, but
that'll be goal lines.
yeah. But in goal line situations, are we really gonna have Sean Lee in there? Really at the? I don't see us really having them in there unless it's a passing situation. Because I mean, let's let it be known, man. Sean Lee in coverage, man. I mean, as far as linebackers go, he's probably one of the best still in the league, being at his old age. Still.
Yeah. So I don't think we're gonna have too many smash mouth games from opponents except the Redskins. Maybe the Rams. I don't know, but that all depends on how unhealthy Gurley is. Buffalo. Yeah, Buffalo will probably run a lot.
Damo says he doesn't really like the depth at linebacker. In my opinion, I kind of disagree with that. Only because we don't really know the names. They added about 1 million linebackers to this damn roster. You know what I mean? Like, you got to let them play and see what they got. Because remember, we drafted a linebacker last year in Covington.
Yeah. I like Covington on special teams. I like Joe Thomas. So I actually like our depth at linebacker.
I kind of do too. And then if you look at the undrafted free agent list, they added about probably like 5 linebackers that they added. So I'm pretty sure out of the 5, you're gonna find at least one of them that's serviceable to help us at some point, whether it be special teams or what. I kind of disagree with that. I think we got depth at the linebacker. If you're asking do we have the same type of depth at linebacker that we have offensive line or defensive line?
No.
We don't. I mean, that's the truth. But I mean, I think we have about as complete as a roster as you can have.
Probably the only place on the roster we don't have depth is at quarterback.
Yeah, that and yeah. I mean, I would like. I think I would like our tight ends to be a little better, but they aren't horrible. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at what we had last year, and it ain't like. So I mean, I think they all would be a bit better. I like Jarwin to be better this year.
Okay, Damo said, "True, Chris Covington, but we can't trust Lee. Just worries me if we lose Smith or LBE." I think we'll be all right, man. I think the defensive line is gotten better. I think that our defensive line has gotten that much better to where I think we can kind of cover up there. I think that the depth of the defensive line is just crazy at this point. Like, do we have that big guy in the middle that we ultimately wanted? No, we don't. But
maybe we don't. They actually think they do.
Yeah. I mean, I gotta see him. I gotta see him in action first before I can say it. But they do, and I think that eventually he will become that guy. He has too good of a get off and too good of coaching around him as far as Rod Marinelli and the way that he's able to develop people for him not to eventually be a top guy.
Plus I look at it. Look at who he's going to be lined up next to. He is never getting double teamed, at least not right now, anyway.
Yeah, he ain't gonna get double teamed for a while. And then keep in mind, we're not counting out Randy Gregory. When he comes back, I think lack of double teams. I think you're absolutely right. The attention is obviously going to go on Tank. It's going to go on Tank, and then you got guys like rotations. Dorrance Armstrong. People forget about him. I think Taco's going to have a really big year because that's normally what happens when people are in the doghouse and they're ready to get rid of you, and it's your contract year with the Cowboys, and then you're a defensive lineman. Like that normally that's what happens. Damn Hatcher. Damn McLean.
Tank.
Yeah,
Tank.
pretty much. I mean, pretty much, yeah. That was Tank in his 3rd year. We were like, we ain't seen nothing out you, bro. So
Plus I think this would be the best thing for Robert Quinn also. He ain't gonna get double teamed. Like he's always started the leads to me, if you look at his numbers, most of his sacks the last couple of years are the first half of the season, but then the offensive line turns to him. They aren't doing that this year.
Yeah, we got Christian Covington. Damo brought him up. We got Christian Covington from the Texans, who's a pretty good run stopper. I'm not ready to give up on Antoine Woods yet. Yes, he had 1 bad game, maybe 2 bad games.
Everybody has bad games. I don't care who you are.
If you give me 14 good games, I'm all right, bro. I'm good. Because we thought we were in trouble when we ain't had Malik. And we were fine. There were often games we didn't have hardly no depth on defensive line. We just had no-name guys in there, and we were still doing what we had to do. So I feel good. I feel pretty good about that.
I feel like it's 1992.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check out Elton's video. He did a video where he went into depth and he compared this team to the 1992 team. So it was a pretty good video. Go ahead and check it out. I don't want to talk about that now because I want you to go check out the video. So go to Real Talk. Was it Real Talk Vegas?
Yeah.
Real Talk Vegas Cowboys. Go subscribe to my man Elton. Go look at his videos. He did one on Kellen Moore and some of the things that he can add to our offenses as well. So go check that out. The second topic We're gonna talk about Patrick Peterson and Patrick Peterson popping dirty and getting a 6-game suspension. What was your reaction when that happened?
I actually thought it was the wrong Peterson. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I was like, Patrick.
You know, it was Adrian? Because I thought it was Adrian.
I was like, oh, Pat? Nah.
Not Pat, man. Not Pat. No.
I was like, damn. No. I was like, maybe he wants to get out of Arizona. Cause his name's been on the trade block since the season's been over.
Absolutely. So my first reaction, you already know what my first reaction is. Everybody else don't know what mine is, but I was like, you know what? I'd trade for his ass. At this point, Arizona looking to get rid of him anyway. You know, we got a little bit of leverage. I'm looking at his deal. He got this year, he got next year. Then you're a free agent in 2021. He'll be 30 next year by the time your deal is up. You know, this year he gets 11 million. Then next year, like 12.2 million, which you pointed out a lot of his guaranteed money's already been paid anyway. That ain't shit. Excuse my French. That ain't shit.
I'm thinking about that after you said it. I said, you know what I would do? I would, if they was to do that in my head, I actually move him to free safety and move X to strong.
Really? Because for me, I mean, in all honesty, man, you could technically move Byron back, but I mean, I don't know if you want to mess up with he's accomplished. In all honesty, I just look at it this way: Patrick Peterson better than both Cheeto and Byron at this point. I don't give a damn what Pro Football Focus say or anything like that. Everybody knows that. And,
yep.
You know, he's only 29. It's not like he's ancient. You know what I mean? It's not like he really showed you that he is slowing up. As a matter of fact, he's still one of the only guys out there that you can put on a top guy, and that's what you want. He can play any type of coverage. There's really no weaknesses in his game. I mean, at this point, you got those guys competing at that spot, or it's not a bad idea. I just never seen him play free, so I don't know if he could do it. But you got to answer for if Byron decided he wanted to go out there and, in my opinion, I was letting Byron go anyway, but I'm just saying, like, you got to answer there at the corner position, and you got a better one, and it's cheaper because you ain't going to have to pay him $15, $16 million a year anyway. Plus, you're trying to groom one of these young corners to take Byron's spot anyway, if you can't see the writing on the wall.
Yeah, that's the reason why they signed drafted Mike Jackson. He is bigger, and he probably is a couple tenths, maybe slower, but he plays the ball better, and that's what they want, somebody who can take the ball away.
Well, let me look at Patrick Peterson's measurables, because I'm almost certain that his measurables even match what the Chris Richard corner is like.
I know he's about 6'6".
I think he's 6'1". Yeah, he is 6'1". He's 6'1", about 220. So, and he can run though. Long arms, can play the ball in the air. I mean, at this point, we couldn't give him Earl Thomas, but damn it if we can't give him Patrick Peterson for 2 years. I mean, I'm fairly certain, you know, Chris Richard could work with that. But, I mean, it's all up to the Cowboys and what you have to give up. I think at this point, Arizona, starting with the new quarterback, it probably would behoove them to get one of the older good guys out of the locker room. One of them get those voices out of there. He don't want to be there anyway. So I think that you would have a little bit of leverage. I think that you're looking at possibly a fourth.
To me, if they want to make a trade, they actually could trade him Taco and a fourth for Patrick Peterson.
Would they take a Taco, though? Because at the end of the day, they play a 3-4. I don't know where Taco fits in the 3-4.
I think Michigan was about a 3-4.
Yeah, they were. Actually, you know what? He did play down. He played down. So I mean, I guess it depends on where they value him. Arizona. Me
Plus, it's
personally,
plus it is still a cheap contract.
yeah, you got a good point there.
I mean, this is all just we're almost talking madness right now because we all don't think that deal's coming down anytime soon.
Nah, it was more so what I was thinking about was I was more so thinking like obviously he's gonna have a 6 game suspension. At first it was 8. Did they bring it down to 6?
I think because he said he wasn't gonna fight it.
Okay, I was thinking about the late run. You know what I mean? Like when you because at this point, guys, we're gonna run into a plethora of quarterbacks that can throw that damn ball. Not that we don't have a pass rush or anything like that, you know, to kind of deal with that. But I think that, you know, if you could go ahead and, you know, take the risk right now and, you know, with the salary, having a whole bunch of salary cap next year to where this deal right here is not going to break you. It's actually probably cheap as corners go. We're getting probably a top 3 corner. I think that if all you had to give up was about a 4th, I think that I'm not going to say it's a no-brainer, but I think that I would be willing to part with the 4th and bring in Patrick Peterson. Because it's not this year, but it's for next year. For when either Byron trips or Byron leaves and starts somewhere else, then you get the comp pick back anyway. So, you know, what are we really losing at that point? You're probably gaining a comp pick that's higher than what you give away for Peterson. Just something to think about. You know what I mean? See, Damo said Peterson can play safety as well. You said the same thing. So, I mean, I have yet to really see it, but has he played safety in Arizona?
I don't know, but I would to me he would have the range to play safety.
Damo says it reminds me of when we acquired Adam Pac-Man Jones. To me, I disagree. For one, Pac-Man came off. How long was his suspension when we got him?
We actually he actually wasn't suspended when we got him. He ended up getting suspended.
He wasn't a bad player for us, but I mean, Pac-Man Jones, I don't think he was as good of a player as Peterson is. And Peterson, for the most part, seems to be pretty durable for what I see.
I think because actually what he's talking about was we actually planned to have a formation where it be Terrence Newman and Pac-Man on the outside, Mike Jenkins and the damn slot, Henry Henry at safety, and Ken Hamlin at strong, so that way we can cover anywhere on the field. So that is probably what he's thinking about.
It's just that when we think of Pac-Man Jones, I just think I leave the bad taste in my mouth about, like, you know, how he ended here and, you know, the things he did, and, you know,
that was just a whole bad season.
It wasn't his fault, but what's going on, Saul? So let's talk about our third topic. I know that we get thrown in as being pro Dak, but on May 14th, NFL.com released a list, the QB index list of quarterbacks. So if you go to NFL.com, you'll see the list. But, you know, obviously Pat Mahomes was number 1. I'm just going on the list real fast. Pat Mahomes was number 1. Drew Brees was 2. Phillip Rivers was 3. Andrew Luck was 4. Aaron Rodgers was 5. Russell Wilson was 6. Jared Goff was 7. I'm going to cough when, you know, things seem kind of weird to me. Matt Ryan was number 8. Ben Roethlisberger number 9. Tom Brady number 10. 11 was Deshaun Watson. 12, Baker Mayfield. Kirk Cousins number 13. Carson Wentz 14. Cam Newton 15. Matt Stafford 16, Andy Dalton 17, Dak Prescott 18, Mitch Trubisky 19, Winston 20, Mariota 21, Derek Carr 22, Lamar Jackson 23, Sam Darnold 24, Eli Manning 25, Joe Flacco 26, Case Keenum, Nick Mullins, Alex Smith, Tannehill, Bortles, Josh Allen. All right, so after about Dak is probably about real accurate. Ain't no way in hell you're going to tell me Andy Dalton is better than Dak Prescott. Ain't no way in hell. Sorry.
I'm sorry right now. Breeze ain't the second best quarterback in the league. Breeze ain't had a good game since Thanksgiving.
You got a point there. I didn't realize that Andrew Luck killed the game as much as he did last year. Maybe it was because in the games that I looked like, maybe it just looked like their line was so dominant they were able to run the football and stuff. He had a quiet, really good year. I didn't know he threw for 39 touchdowns last year.
Yeah.
See, I mean, you know, like looking at this and looking at what that team was able to justify, I'm okay with him being number 4. Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers had a really good year last year. You know, he balled out, you know. Russell Wilson did his thing. Jared Goff at number 7, though. When he lost that damn Cooper Kupp, he was not the same. He was not the same. Like, you could chalk it up to Gurley. I don't think it was Gurley as much because I think C.J. Anderson still came in and did his thing. Cooper Kupp, though, I'm okay with them having Jared Goff in front of Dak. I'm all right with that. You know, he made it to the Super Bowl and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Solid year. I'm okay with him being in front of Dak. But number 7, I don't know. You know, like I kind of feel like Matt Ryan's at 8. I'm okay with Matt Ryan being number 8. I kind of feel like I would put Matt Ryan in front of Jared Goff. Ben Roethlisberger. He's probably about right. But Tom Brady at 10, that's laughable. That's still laughable. I know he's not the same Brady, but I mean, he's still coming to the line knowing what he's seeing. He's still checking to get his team in the right spot.
He's going to make all the right plays at the right time.
Exactly. And that's not going to show up in the stats as much, but that right there is more valuable than anything.
He ain't gonna throw for 300 yards a game. He gonna get you a good 225, but he gonna make that right play at the right moment. That's gonna beat you.
That alone right there, his brain alone, even though his skills are diminishing, should have put him in the top 3. So that's why I had to call for that. Watson at 11 is about right, I think. To be honest with you, I think he's better than damn Goff. I mean, I think he's better than Goff. But it is Baker Mayfield at 12.
Get the fuck out of here.
Baker ain't done shit, bro. He ain't done nothing. Like, y'all would have never put Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott won Rookie of the Year his first year. They would have never put Dak that high on the quarterback list. Maybe they did. I don't know. Maybe somebody can prove me wrong. Kirk Cousins, though. I just don't see it, bro. I don't see it.
They love that 5,000 yards. Like, he threw for 5,000 yards. Okay. They love that 5,000 yards.
Bro, if we're talking fantasy football, absolutely. I hate that we had to keep talking about this every week. But every week I see a damn quarterback list or somebody else praising Kirk Cousins losing ass when all he do
is lose.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if you told me, like, I got to pick between Kirk Cousins and Joe Flacco, I hate Joe Flacco.
I will pick Joe Flacco
over Kirk Cousins. Carson Wentz. At this point, how are people putting Carson Wentz in front of Dak Prescott? I get it. It looks sexier. You're missing damn. What's the average of games he missing a year? He missed at least 3, 4. That's got to count for something.
He not even played a playoff snap.
True. Cam at 15, I'm okay with that. Cam got hurt. Cam kind of fell off a little bit. But I'll tell you what, Cam at 15, he's a guy that could be around the middle range, but he's also a guy that could show you flashes of being a top 5 quarterback.
Cam is better than Kirk Cousins.
Oh, hell yeah, he better than Kirk. Damn mind. Stafford at 16 is about right. I'm going to stop when we get to Dak. Andy Dalton at 17. Andy Dalton, anything better than Dak is BS. Straight up. All right, at least they got him close, but damn, no. Like, if you took Andy Dalton and you switched him with Dak, and I hate doing that hypothetical, we're winning. We're probably not even winning the division.
We ain't gonna make a wild card with Andy Dalton.
I'm just saying. What is it? Maybe I'm gonna go to the comments and see if somebody just disagrees with that, because I'm not mad at Dak being 18, but I am mad at Dak being 18. I think Dak's at least around 13. I think he's at about 13. Like realistically, 13. Anything between 10 to 13, I think you could have Dak at. For me, maybe I should do my own quarterbacks list. Maybe I'll do that, and then I'll do a show on that. Let's see. Oh, wow. Somebody says, I'm a freaking idiot and they disagree with my forehead. Oh, wise man. Wow. Okay. Wise man. Well, tell you what. What's your email? Damo took that off, but what's your email? Wise man. Send me your email. We'll add you. Let's see. I'm looking at the comments. Damo said Dak and Tom Brady's first 3 season stats are very similar. Absolutely. If you look at it, they're kind of, as far as being cerebral, they're kind of very similar that way.
And his was the same as Russell Wilson's.
Yeah.
Really. Hell, his damn numbers are damn near better than Russell Wilson's now.
Yeah. I think that the only difference between them and Dak at this point right now in his career and where their careers are is that they eventually won something. And I think that Dak, in order to be compared to those guys fully, he has to win a Super Bowl, which ain't easy, but that's the only thing left for him to do at this point. In order to be compared to those guys, like the stats and like the trends are telling us. I wouldn't say that he's there. No, he's not. No. But I think that where he's trending, I think that it's a positive sign. Let's see, Keith Parrish said Minnesota wish they had their $84 million back. Absolutely.
Yes, they do.
That Minnesota wouldn't put Kirk Cousins at 13 right now as a quarterback.
I know Thielen damn near hates his ass.
Who hate him?
Thielen be looking at Thielen be looking at Kirk Cousins like Diggs too. Why you think Diggs was like, trade me to the Redskins?
That's funny. Let's see. I am okay. Said Wentz is not the same level QB as Dak. I wouldn't say that. I say they're about the same. I like Wentz a lot. I like Dak a lot. I think Dak is obviously one more. I wouldn't say that they're not on the same level. I think they're in about the same tier, is what I would say. I don't dislike Wentz. I think he's pretty solid. I know your answer. I think they're in the same tier. I think that if Wentz won the Super Bowl, you know what I mean? Like he was almost MVP one year. You know what I mean? Like before the injury. He got to show me something now, though. I mean, from what I saw last year, I don't think he was the same Wentz from the year before. Obviously, nobody would be after that injury, but I wouldn't say they're not on the same level. I think they're both trying to prove themselves is where they're at right now. they've done a little bit, but they need that extra step. Like right now, if they keep going the way that they're going, they'll be Matt Ryan. Is probably it. You know what I'm saying? What you think?
Personally, I mean, I'm just not a fan of Carson Wentz. They to me they want to make him something that to me I just don't see it because in their 3 years Dak completion percentage is higher. He's thrown less interceptions. He's won more games. He has won more playoff games. He actually has more yards. The only stat Carson Wentz has more is he's thrown more touchdowns.
Yeah, I kind of like. I also the one thing I really like about Carson Wentz, I really like his delivery of the football.
Yeah. No,
He has
does he throw a prettier football? Yeah.
He has one of the better deliveries in the league as far as that thing coming out. I really do like that. I don't think that he's always had. I don't think he's always. I'm not going to say that like the Philly don't put teams around him, but as far as the front line, I don't always think that they have really protected him as well as they could have. Because it's not like he get back there and he back there a whole bunch of time before he throwing the football and getting his ass busted. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly, they invested a lot of money elsewhere, but I wouldn't say so much into the line. And then Peters ended up, he got hurt that year that he got hurt. So, I mean, we'll see.
I mean, I'm not calling them trash. I mean, he is good, but I don't think they want to make him Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, and I don't think that's.
All right. So, turns out the wise man was just joking. You know if that's your real email. I really was going to add him. Let's see. Keith Parrish said Dak needs to win 4 Super Bowls in a row.
That ain't gonna matter. That ain't gonna matter because people will say it was the defense. He only won Super Bowls because the defense. Dak ain't gonna get credit. I don't care what he does. That's just not gonna happen.
Probably not. I mean, honestly, if you look at it, Aikman won 3 Super Bowls, and I still don't give Aikman the credit that he probably deserves because, I've been pretty hard on Aikman because I felt that, I think that people make him a little bit better than what he really is. But, at the same time, it comes with the territory of being the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. You're never going to get the credit that you deserve, whether we're winning, whether we're part of a dynasty or what. Even from us fans, we're probably the most critical. We're probably the most critical fan base of any fan base out there. As far as what we expect, I don't think that we're the craziest fan base, but I do think that we do demand a certain excellence that we haven't gotten in 20-some years. So maybe
I think we have some of the dumbest fans. I sit back and watch some Cowboys fans. It's like, Jesus, we are stupid. Yeah, okay, yeah, I can't deny it no more.
Yeah. PVT J Boogie said Wentz is better than Dak, but can't stay healthy. I'll take Dak all day. I don't think he's better. I just think it looked prettier. But for me, I don't need it to look pretty. I just need to win games. I just need somebody to command my offense. I just need somebody to be cerebral, and I need the team to follow somebody that
they trust.
Even. And I don't necessarily believe that Philly follows Wentz the same way that the Cowboys follow Dak. Even when things were going good, I don't think they followed Wentz like the Cowboys follow Dak no matter what. And that's where I am okay is saying. So his intangibles are what make Dak so special. Leadership, toughness, and awareness. With the lid off of the offense now, he has the opportunity to get some of my fellow boy fans back on the wagon. I couldn't agree more with that. Couldn't agree.
he ain't gonna get him on the wagon.
You don't think so?
No, because actually we have had a conversation in our group, and remember somebody was saying, "Well, he had to thank Amari." Somebody has to get Amari the ball.
I mean, I ask you a question. What the hell was Amari doing in Oakland? What did he do in Oakland to get traded? Oh, that's right. Because Derek Carr was so great. They had Derek Carr. Derek Carr was a top 5 quarterback at one time. So what happened between then and now to where Derek Carr couldn't get him the football? You know? I mean, you could say he got Amari to think and all this type of stuff, but like you said, Dak had to give him the football. They had to have an understanding. Those two right off the bat, I've never really seen that happen before, where you get a receiver mid-year and they just click right off the bat. Like that right there is something special in itself. I can't can you think off the top of your head where a receiver got traded mid-year and they clicked as easy as those two did?
No, it usually take an off season, which lets me believe. And it was something I said in my last video. This is probably the most tight-knit Cowboys team you've ever seen. Think about the factions in the locker room they actually had during that Romo Teo era, where these guys don't like that guy. Everybody on that team, they all hang out. They all are at OTAs. That means something.
It does. Let's see. Somebody asked a question. Let me look because I really liked it. Damo asked, should we implement the run pass option plays more on offense?
I think so. I don't think Dak needs to run a whole bunch of times, but it needs to be strategic.
I think so as well. But
to me, I'm all about giving the defense something to think about. If you know 3 or 4 times in the game he is going to run, you are going to have to prepare for that. You don't know when it's coming, but if you know he ain't never going to run.
You know what's crazy is that I kind of feel like the run pass option will kind of work a little bit better, the RPO system, if Zeke's having a break and we got Pollard out there. I would like to see some of the innovative things implemented with Pollard out there as a running back. Or I want to see what he's made of in the backfield first. I would rather, before they decide to move him around and do all that gadget stuff, I want to see what he can do in that backfield. You feel me? Like, I want to see him define his game first. And then, you guys move him around later on. Like, let's let him get good at something before we, say, oh, he's Kamara, he's moving here, he's moving there. Like, I'm fairly certain before Kamara was moving here, moving there, they allowed him to get command of what he was doing first, command of the offense in one area, and then all of a sudden, week to week they knew exactly what he could do. Then they were able to, tailor game plans around what he could do. And he still wasn't the main focal part of the offense, but he was allowed to grow. I would like to see them do that with Pollard.
Me too. Even though I actually think he's probably a better receiver than he is a running back, but like you said, I would definitely like to see him break a couple of plays at running back, and that way it gives you something to think about, because I don't want him just to come in the game and they know, all right, he is them running out in the flats.
Absolutely. See, Adamo said, I noticed that Mahomes' RPO usage was 25% to Dallas's 6.8%. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. But what I will tell you is, I did notice a slowing in his production in the year. I think some of that had to do with his personnel as well changing. You know what I mean? Like, he did have a good playoff game against the Patriots, but without Kareem Hunt, and then with Tyreek Hill slowed down, I did see him like more than not, like not really making the same read throws, but it was more so him with his legs moving around and just improvising and making plays. So with that being said, I think that teams were able to figure it out a little bit more, like you were kind of pointing out that, well, if you run it a little bit too much, teams catch on, then, you know, it's not that much of an element of surprise anymore. So we answered that. Anything else you want to address? Because I mean, I feel like we talked a lot. I think we had a really good discussion. I really like all of the people in the comments. I think that, you know, it's been a really good show. I think people are gonna look back and really, you know, appreciate what we talked about. But anything else you want to talk about?
I can't think of nothing. No.
Yes, sir. So look, we gonna get off a little bit early. My boy Mark in about 15 minutes is going to do his show. So make sure you guys tune in. I know I'll be tuned in. I'll be in the comment section. What else is there? If you're in the DMV area, Mark, I think, is doing a tailgate this year. I may or may not be going to that. I'm not sure yet. It's still a little early. I might. We'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. Come this July, me and the missus are expecting a baby, so we're gonna have some cowboy baby. We're gonna have a cowboy baby coming into the household. So I may be a little bit, you know, preoccupied, so I may not put as videos. But guess what? We got my boy Elton here. Elton is not gonna be short on content at all. So you got the rest of the Cowboys family, but appreciate you guys, everybody. Make sure you guys tune in to Mark's show, and, you know, go ahead and sign out, Elton.
Yeah, we will see you next week. The same back time, same back place. Like and subscribe and comment.
All right,
share it all.
That's Real Talk Vegas Cowboys right there. Go subscribe, like his channel. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, South to Heaven. You're gonna have to catch the playback, man. We talked about that early in the show. So I gotta get off now because Mark's about to get on. So all right, guys. Peace out.